especially in yoga practices, right? Ayurveda, if you refer, they all are dependent on the basic text. Basic text, they are nothing but like Charaka Samhita, Sushruta Samhita, Vagbhata Charita. These all are the basic text, and they are completely depend on that. Does this the same? Are we not dependent on such text, or do we are not having such a text? This is one of the commonest questions we always get when we study in the yoga practices, right? So that's the reason I have brought you here most kind of the various text which can easily gives you detail about practices as well principles behind the yoga practices. So what are they? Just yeah, right now my video is clear, right? Fine, sure. So why it is very essential to get knowledge of that all kinds of the text. Friends, we are just aware there are the yoga, what is its origin, how it has been started, since when it has been started. These all are the various doubts we used to get. See, we can say that yoga has an origin of 5,000 years, or Harappa, Mohenjo-daro text. They may say that just they found few of the Pashupati structures. These all the things, fine. But unfortunately, that's not the truth. The reason because no one is aware of when did yoga has been started. When did this yoga has started? So if you take any from the histories or the previous all kinds of the references, even from the Bhagavad Gita, which has been written more than 5,000 years before, that beautifully explains there. Tene, or if you take the yoga Srimad Bhagavata, the first verse itself says the same thing. Tene Brahmaharadaya Adikavaye Muhyanti Yat Surya. I have only kept it in the heart of Surya. From then, this yoga studies has been started. So, when did Surya has started? We are not aware. We are not clear. Okay, fine. Come to the next part. If so, the second verses, it is been repeatedly in the Bhagavad Gita, wherein Bhagavad Gita says that this yoga has been come from the Surya itself, but which has been remained like not it in the abnormal form. Most of the people are not aware of that, how to understand this. So this is another way Shri Krishna explained. Imam vaivasvate suryam proktavan vaha avyavam. I have only told this to the Lord Surya. Okay, so that's a one way that we don't know what is the origin of yoga. One more part, the yoga Vasista, what you can see one of the text here, yoga Yajnavalkya Smriti or yoga Yajnavalkya, that also says to the same things. Hiranyagarbha yogasya vaktanya anya puratanaha. Hiranyagarbha is the person who has explained the yoga. Na anya puratanaha, no one is older than him. So he is only the persons. And that's why Maharishi Patanjali brought the first sutra, Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Now the yoga understanding begins. If the words now comes, it means the yoga was not absent before, yoga was present, but we are not aware of that. See, that's why the earlier practices of yoga in Bhagavad Gita, Uddhava Gita, Yoga Sutras, Yajnavalkya Smriti, not only these and all, some other texts are like in basic text. Okay, Upanishads, they all are comes in the same path. Upanishads, okay. But these all brought yoga into the understanding of the yoga is nothing but mind culture. Understand? Yoga came to existence with the practice of mind culture, and they have not explained anything about the asana. Okay, so you may get the one question, if does it means asana is not there? Asana was there, but it was not as a major, because yoga was only mind culture, it was not the physical body culture. So that's why Bhagavad Gita says, Samam kaya rujugriva stiramasanamatmanaha. You should sit straight without shaking your head and neck. Samam kaya shirogriva dharayannachalam stiraha sampreksha nasikagram swam dishashchanava lokayan. You have to sit straight for a meditation practice. Adopt an asana where your physical body is straight with head and neck. So asana was there in that. So that's why even Maharishi Patanjali brought that asana means only one thing, stiram sukham asanam. When you are stable, comfort, whichever posture you adopt, that itself is called as asana. Nothing changes in that. Okay. But as the time passed, it was difficult for the people to practice asana, that of mind culture. What was that of mind culture? Yama, niyama. Let us take the very basics itself. Yama and niyama. Ahimsa satyamasteya, brahmacharya aparigraha, shaucha santosha tapaswadhyaya, ishvara pranaganani. So these are the yama and the niyamaha. But just imagine, can you practice this yama and niyamas as it is explained in current form? Satya, ahimsa, these are all very difficulty to practice in current era, current scenario. So what people were doing, they were in search of new easiest techniques. What are the alternatives for that? Okay, so at that time there was different practices which are there, and they were not highlighted, they brought into practices. They are only, so they called that as a technique. That's why they gave its name for tantras. So when you take the origin of yoga from their bhavana yoga and prana samyamana yoga, there you will understand in detail. Bhavana yoga is mind culture, prana samyamana yoga is the physical culture. Bhavana yoga. What are bhavana yoga? The science of emotional culture. So they are nothing but the science of emotional culture. They are karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. Prana samyamana yoga, control on the prana. Which are that prana? They are laya, tantra, mantra, aghora, nata, kundalini, kapali. These all are, they all are called as the, our second part, they are prana samyamana yoga. So in order to prana samyamana, control on the prana, you have to go with various technique. So that's why the techniques are called tantra. Under tantra, the techniques brought. What are the techniques? They are nothing but kriyas, pranayamas, as well bandhas, mudras, and the asanas. Asana, pranayama, bandha mudras, they have evolved from that, even along with the pranayama. See, that's why Maharishi Patanjali explained pranayama as only there are the 4 types: inhalation, exhalation, regulation, and cessations. Puraka, Rechaka, Kumbhaka, and the Kevala Kumbhaka. These are the only 4 types of the our pranayama, right? तस्मिन् स्वति श्वासप्रश्वासयोर्गतिविच्छेदः प्राणायामः बाह्याभ्यन्तरस्तम्भवृत्ति विषयाक्षेपी चतुर्थः. These are the 4 types of the pranayama. But these 4 types of pranayama, holding the breath, they changed into the controlling of the prana techniques. That's why they called it as kumbhaka. सूर्यभेदन मुज्जयी शीतली शीतकारी भस्त्रिका भ्रामरी प्लावनी ये मूर्छा ये अष्ट कुंभकाः. These are the 8 kumbhakas they introduced. But friends, they are not the just 8 kumbhakas. So beyond that, there are 72 varieties of kumbhaka. They are called as all kinds of the pranayama explained in the kumbhaka paddhati. So nowadays, what we are doing, what are these techniques were there? We are using the techniques for treating the diseases. So why I'm coming directly to the point. See, these are the various techniques evolved in the path of yoga, and we are using that techniques for treating the various ailments. Okay, see, diseases were there even in the yogis, not only mentally, even the physical, because agoras give very importance to panchama. 5 ma are very important. They are mantra, madhya, mamsa, maituna. Madhya, mamsa, matsya, mamsa, and mantra, and the maituna. So these are the panchama, are the 5 mas are very important. Okay, you forget about madhya, mamsa, matsya, maituna. See why these are important. Maituna is very important. Physical contact, they are one among the technique. They are nothing but merging with Shiva and the Shakti. Madhya, this is a kind of medications. Okay, that's why in the Maharishi Patanjali 4th chapter, 1st sutra, it has been explained. Manimantra aushadatapaha samadhiya siddhayaha. So even for attaining samadhi, these aushada is helpful, right? So here madhya is an aushada as well. Mamsa as well, matsyaha. So what is the difference between matsya and the mamsaha? Matsya is nothing a fish. Even you can ask, fish is also a vegetables or not. In the Bengalis, they use the fish as a vegetables as well. Mamsaha. What is the reason for mamsaha? You can see the dead man or the dead body eaters, agoris, to overcome that fear. Okay, so these are all 4. But ultimately, the 5th is the mantraha. Let us come back to once again the sutra, what the Patanjali explained. Manimantra aushada tapasadhyaha. So mantra is very important. So why this mantra is important? If mantra is also one of the techniques to attain samadhi, in case if we chant mantra in a wrong form, what it will result? It will make you to the suffer, right? You cannot go into the direct perceptions of the energies. That will make you into the suffer. The wrong kinds of the practices, that will also make you to be suffer. So that's why this has been come. Okay, so body is very, very important for all the yogis in the path of sadhana, because the only one way why you have to practice yoga, the ultimate goal of yoga is samadhi. And after samadhi, we don't know what it happens, because person who has attained, they have not come back to explain in detail how is samadhi itself. Okay, so however you feel, forget it, forget about the samadhi. But ultimate goal of physical body is to attain samadhi. Okay, in order to attain samadhi, body's physical body, if individual's physical body is also very important. Individual's physical body is also important. Sharira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. Sharira is very, very important as well. In Bhagavad Gita, when they explains about the Atma, they will say, no, वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णा अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि. When a physical body undergoes for the rupture, the nourishes completely, immediately an individual will change his physical body, like how we change our older clothes. Like that way, we are changing, the Atma will change the body. But when it is attained the moksha, when it is completely free from all the klesha, karmashayas, so physical body is a path to overcome all of this. Okay, so physical body should be very fit and fine to attain moksha. So in order to fit and fine, they evolved few techniques. They are tantras. You can overcome various diseases. So when you can overcome the diseases, that techniques we are using in therapy in order to treat the diseases what you are seeing in current scenario. It may be corona, or it may be psychosomatic disorder, or the stress, or however you can call. Because who is healthy? Who is healthy? No one is healthy in this world, right? That's why Ayurveda beautifully explains here. Samadhatu samagnischa samadoshamalakriyaha prasannindriya atma manaha. Prasanna indriya atma manaha. These are the very, very important. Who is happy by internally? I am completely satisfied. No one is satisfied here, right? So how you can call that this person is healthy? It's not like a WHO definition, not merely absence of diseases, not like a physical, mental, social, and the moral planes of the well-being. Not only that, not just mere of the diseases. That's only the same thing, right? So that's why these all techniques brought into actions for treating various diseases. And let us go for understand all that various text. So the first text what we are understanding here, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, written by Vedavyasa or the Krishna Dvaipayana, dated by 3100 BC. In the same time, the Uddhava Gita also has been written, because from Srimad Bhagavad Gita's next part only, the Uddhava Gita we are getting. Srimad Bhagavata's part only, these two. Okay. Yoga Sutras, 500 to 300 BC. Then Yajnavalkya Smriti came by Maharishi Yajnavalkya. So Goraksha brought the various techniques now. Goraksha brought the various techniques. So that's are called as Tantra. So you know the Nata Paddhati or the Nata, how it is followed. So they are Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati, Goraksha Paddhati, Yoga Chintamani, or Goraksha Gita, Yoga Marthanda. So these are the various techniques which is explains about the techniques, tantras under yoga practices. Okay. So not only this, the other texts are there. Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. They're completely the Tantra. So most of you have been seen our Adiyogi at Coimbatore Isha Foundations. Adiyogi statue brought, that is only on the basis of the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, because Vijnana Bhairava Tantra explains 112 kinds of the meditations. So that's why Adiyogi has the height of 112 feet height. Yoga Rahasya of Natha Munis brought in 9th century. Shiva Sarvodaya Tantra, then the unknown author by the 10th century. And finally, we got some beautiful text for understanding the Yoga Tantras. That's only the Hatha Yoga Pradipika by Swatmarama. He beautifully explains there. Yoga Bhranta Bahumata Dvante Yoga Janama Janatam. Bhrantya Bahumata Dvante. There is a Bhranti within Bahumata. Various people have various kinds of understanding. Nata people different, Agor is different, Yogi is different, Kapal is different, as well Karma Yogis are different, Kriya Yogis are different. So various people have various kinds of the practices. Ultimately, no one knows the pure practice of the yoga. Yoga Janam Ajanatam. Person has been not understood this. That is the reason I am bringing this text. Okay, that's what the Hatha Yoga Pradipika has been explained. With that elaboration of Hatha Yoga Pradipika is Gheranda Samhita. What are the various practices? They have detailed. Then the Hatha Ratnavali, Hatha Tattva Kaumudi of Sundar Devas, in the 17th century, as a recent techniques. Kumbhaka Paddhati, Shiva Samhita, these all are brought, and the Yoga Chudamani Upanishad, Yoga Shikopanishad, they all explains about the various techniques, about the pranayama, why this prana is important, how it should be practiced. Okay, so right now we are taking all these various techniques in our clinical practices. Am I clear till here? Anybody has a doubt in between? Before to continuing into the next class, you can unmute yourself. I hope you are free to ask the questions. Yes, Ria. Can you unmute yourself? No? Okay, not an issue. So let's continue with today. Next, so until now, I have given the importance of the yoga scriptures, how yoga techniques came into the clinical practices, how yoga therapy evolved from the basic. So that's how have been explained till now. So next we'll go into the next practices in detail. So why this is a Sapta Sadhanam? So this is the shloka has been taken from our beautiful text Gheranda Samhita. Shatkarmanam Shodhanancha Asanena Bhavedhridam Mudraya Sthirata Chaiva Pratyaharena Dhirata Pranayama Lagavancha Dhyana Pratyakshan Atmani Samadhina nirliptam cha muktireva na samshayaha. So why we have to go for these 7 practices? Friends, Patanjali Yoga Sutra explains about the Ashtanga. Yoganga Anushthanad Ashuddhikshaye Jnanadiptihi Vivekakyatihi. By establishing into the Ashtanga, your jnana becomes to the enormous. Vivekakyatihi, your discrimination power elaborates. As well, the next part, Jnanadiptihi, your jnana becomes to the lightning, your knowledge becomes to the double. Correct. So, Hatha Yoga explains about the 7th part: Shatkarma, Asana, Mudra, Pratyahara, Pranayama, Dhyana, Samadhi. So these are the 7-step practice brought under Hatha Yoga. They explain about the Shodhana for the purification, Dridam, Dridata, stability or the strength, Sthirata, complete stable state, Dhiratha, that means Dhiratva, Dhairyatva or the calmness you can get, Pranayamasha Laghavam, Lagutva, lightness to the body, as well. Pratyaksha Atmani by Dhyana. Pratyaksha Atmani is nothing but you are seeing yourself incomplete. Without any changes, you are seeing yourself in complete self-awareness. As well, Samadhicha, Nirlipta, isolation. Why this isolation is very important? That's what in the Adiguru Shankaracharya explains it beautifully. Satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalitatvam, nischalitatve jivan mukti. So that's what only the nischalitatva, nirlipta state, that only makes you to be free from all these things. That's why they're bringing into these 7 steps of the practices. So let's go to the next. So it has been explained even in Bhagavad Gita also. Apane juhvati pranam prane pana tatapare prana apana gati rudhva pranayama parayanaha. Pranayama you should practice. Why? Because What is the locations of the prana? Shiva Samhita says, Hridi prana, Gudepana, Samana, Nabi Mandale, Udana, Kantadeshasta, Vyana, Sarva Shariragaha, remaining all the parts Vyanas are there. So whatever prana comes from the outside, friends, Pancha pranas are not separate. They are the single prana itself. Okay. Never get confused between prana is a single. When it comes from the outside, then it will different forms. Like how RBCs within the body, they are maybe arterial blood or the venal blood. How they are different with the arterial and the venal blood depending on the carbon dioxide within that. When oxyhemoglobins are there in the RBC, they are called as the arterial blood, whereas carbon dioxide there along with the hemoglobin, then we are called that as the venal blood. That means blood did not change. Same in our physical body. What is the prana comes from the outside, they are the same. When it reaches to the head part, heart part, there becomes the prana. When they go to the navel, there becomes to the samana. When they go to the downward, they'll become to the apana. Okay, so our ultimate goal is to bring up our prana, which is in the downward, apana to upward. So that's why we are going into practice of the prana. Pranayama tataya. Prana apana gatirudva, which is downward flowing prana, it should come upwards. Then only the mokshatva comes, no? Then only that comes to the energy. See, whatever it is down, it should move up. Which is moving up, it should become downwards. That's only the nature. What was the water in the society, in the atmosphere? It should evaporate. Once after evaporate, it should come down as a rain. That's on the nature. Same way in our physical body also. Okay. So let's continue into the next. Why it should be practiced. Okay. Dhauti. Let us take with the very, very simple practices. Very simple. Kasa shwasa pliha kushtaka farogascha vimshati dhauti karma prabhavena prayantyeva na samshayaha. So, dhauti is practice for kasa, shwasa, pliha, kushta, kafarogascha vimshati. 20 kinds of the kapha doshas. Kasa, your cough. Shwasa, breathlessness, breathing disorders. Pliha, yes, spleen-related disorders, as well leprosy, that is a kushtaha. Kushta actually is not exactly the leprosy. Kushtaha is a kind of degenerative diseases according to Ayurveda. So here it is a direct translation of that kushta into the leprosy, but kushta is a degenerative disorder. Okay. Dhauti karma prabhavena prayantiva nasamsheha, by practice of the dhauti karma. Let me share few of my practices along with this. Okay. So then giving only the clinical importance, if I share my experiences along with you, that will be more helpful for you to understand. Okay. The first part, I had a patient. So who was the asthmatic? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes,
fine. Okay, sure. So something just got disconnected. Just I'll come back. Okay, fine. I'll explain one beautiful experience what I have faced along with my patients. Okay, and that was my, in the year 2010, 11, 12, I was a medical officer in a government hospital. So there came a patient. She was asthmatic, and she was known case of asthmatic since more than 15 to 20 years. I gave her simple practice of only Vaman Dhauti. Every alternate days, she should go for Vaman Dhauti longer period. Okay. And she was under bronchodilators, that was a salbutamol. So she used to take more than 6 to 8 times inhaler per day. And we reduced it unto 1. And one day she came without any bronchodilators. So what does it mean? So I followed only my here Kasa Shwasa Pliha Kushta Kafarogascha Vimshati. If 20 kinds of the kapha dosha can reduce means, does it is mean she cannot treat himself by the breathlessness? Just very simple. What happens in bronchial asthma? There is the activations of the mast cells. Then after mast cells activation, there is the hyper secretions of the, what is the mucus? The hyper secretion, they will deposit there. Hyper secreted, this deposited mucus, they will be resulting in the constrictions, the bronchoconstrictions. And COPD, obstructive pulmonary disorders. Even though asthma has excluded from COPD, the symptoms are the same like the COPD. That's just because of the bronchoconstrictions. So how we will be treating now? When you go for Vamandavati, what is the excessive mucus collected? They will be taken out. So the breathlessness can be easily cured. So this is how we have to apply with that. Okay, this is one my practical experience with Kasha Swasha Nihakushta. Among with the Vamana Dauti, you can easily take it with that of the bronchial asthma. But always ensure that patient should not be hypertensive, there should not be overstressed of the practices, this and all are, but always it should be better to take under the guidelines of the other physician, not individual. Okay, so this is the primary practice. Second practice, they are nothing but the bastihi. In Ayurveda, there is the bastihi, so they will give the medicated herbal kashayas in that. Okay, whereas here in yoga practices, we have only two techniques. They are the Jalabasti and the Stalabasti. Jalabasti through water, Stalabasti is through dry. I won't go into the explain about that. You can refer from the text. So here is the, what's the benefit of that? Gulma plihodaram cha api vata pitta kapodbhavha basti karma prabhavena kshiyante sakalamaya. Gulma pliha udaram. Gulma, enlargement of the glands as a spleen, pliha as a spleen, as well udaram, abdominal indigestion also. Cha api vata pitta kaphodbhavaha. See, you are very clear about that. Cause of diseases is nothing but vata pitta kapha. That means in all diseases, you can give this therapy as a practices. So I'll give you the another experience of mine. Okay, so it was being a government hospital. Patient will almost, they will be in the general ward. They will not maintain their hygiene. I had one of my beautiful physician along with me. I should thank him. That's Dr. Vijay Kumar. What he will do, he will send any patients to me. He will say that, Puneet, at least you will apply some of oil, no? At least the patient party, they will give bath to them. So hygiene will be maintained at least. Put some in oil or something here, take them to your OPD. So we are also very enthusiastic by that time, no? Yes, sir, yeah, you send us, we'll take it. Because we are very sure that if anything happens to be wrong, physician is there to take care. So I no need to bother. So that's why we used to take the patient directly. When the patient comes to us, first thing I will ask the first question. Did he pass stools? Yes or no? So, patient, very common. He is already a hemiplegic patient, bedridden. Here, patient says, no, sir, they have not passed. They have given enema. You know, immediately we'll begin with the enema in the bed itself. Okay, bedside enema only we'll be giving. That's only basti. And after enema, we will be take them into this spinal spray, which is a cold as a stimulant. That's a secondary part under naturopathy. Okay, so this is the only enema we used to give. Within 3 days, patient will get the quite physical body responses, but it is the commonest in cerebral hemorrhage, not in infarction. Always sure that, because hemorrhage is reversible, infarction is not easily reversible. You should take care of that. Okay, so this is the one part. The patient was getting the excellent result. Second patient, I can give you the example of the back pain patient. If the patient comes with a back pain, the first question will be asked, have you passed stools regularly? If they have the pain or not, if they have constipated or not, the first 3 days will give continuous enema with the normal water itself, nothing special, 3 enemas. So what happens? Regular enema reduces the tension in the low back. So automatically pain will reduce up to a minimum of 10 to 20%. That will create interest towards the doctor's therapy. That's how patient will be continued. So this is how we are applying clinical practice from the scriptural into regular practices. Not only that, Dhatvim Indriyantakarana Prasadam Dadhacha Kantihi Dahana Pradiptam Ashesha Doshopachanam Nihanyad Abhyasad Syamanam Jalabasti Karma. Okay. Dantihi gives Indriya Antakarana Prasadam. So these are the 2 points you have to quite understand. Indriya and the Antakarana. Indriya are the 5 Jnana Indriyas. Your eyes, tongue, ears, nose, as well the twak, skin. Not only that, Antakarana. How we will define Antakarana? Antakarana has the 4 components: Buddhi, Mahat, Ahankara, and Chitta. When Buddhi, Mahat, Ahankara, and Chitta is framed together, that's only the Antakarana. Okay. See, what is the good Antakarana, bad Antakarana? If someone person is constipated since 1 week, you can see that how he is a constipated face. That's a commonest words among naturopath. So if he is not responding, if his face is not happy, means are usko shakal dekho yaar, chronic constipated face hai, shakal hai. Right now. So when it is completely cleared, so that's for the Indriya and Antakarana Prasadanam. That means he will be happy to as per all the things. Dacha Kantihi. Skin will be glowing. Automatically morbid matters are reduced now. Dahana Pradiptim. Dahana is nothing but the fire. What is the fire? Burning that which is in the stomach. Dahana Pradiptim Ashesha Dosho Pachanam. Ashesha Doshaha, which are the remaining in the body, that will become undergoes for the Pachanam. Pachana is nothing but the completely digested. Nihanyad Abhyasan Manam. By Abhyasataha, that is very important. Okay. See, we can easily say that this asana will helpful for this disease. This kriya will helpful for this disease. Just by saying, you will not have any result of that. You should practice that. Unless you practice, then only you are getting the excellent result out of that. So these are the 2 basic techniques I have given with that of my experiences. Okay. So goals of pranayama, I think then this is very important for us to understand. Okay. Goals of pranayama. Yavad vayuhu stito dehe tavad jivanam uchyate maranam tasya nishkrantam tato vayum nirodayet. Yavat, when, vayuhu, air, stito, stable, dehe, in physical body, tavat, then, jivanam uchitam, at that time only your jivana becomes the uchyate. That's the very good. Maranam tasya nishkranta. Marana is called tasya nishkranta. That will become to the nishkranta when you are not capable to attract air within. That is called as maranam tasya nishkrantam nishkrantin tato vayum nirodaye. That's why you have to go for holding the breath. Okay, why you have to holding the breath? That's only the reason, right? So why you have to inhale the air? You could have been seen very clearly in physiology. Bohr's effect, you can get it. Partial pressure, if oxygen is inversely proportional to the partial pressures of the carbon dioxide, in order to oxidations or the merging of the oxygen with the RBCs. Absorption, okay, oxygen absorptions of RBC always depends on the partial pressure of the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. Okay, so when you go for pranayama, holding breath within, what happens? Maximum oxygen will be within. That means you are going to supply maximum oxygen molecules to the body. What happens in oxidative stress? Negatively charged ions, they are easily destroyed. They destroy, or they will destroy the apoptosis or the structured cell death. Okay, apoptosis can be easily destroyed. But when it is corrected by supply of the oxygen molecules, If so, what is the reasons for depending on the uh, multi-billionaire business in the society, which is the nutraceuticals? Not only the nutraceuticals, even the antioxidants. So this you can easily reduce with, I won't say they're completely not essential, but to one extent they are essential. But if you go with regular practice of pranayama, then automatically you can increase. So that is a one way. And next, so I will take only few which are the very, very important for today's sessions, not for all. Therapeutic importance. From here we can go with, okay. Hikka shwasascha vakashascha शिरकर्णाक्षिवेदनाः भवन्ति विविधारोगः पवनस्य प्रकोपतः. So hiccup, shwasa. See, I always say to my student, never go to direct translation from the text. Okay, shwasascha you cannot call as asthma, but shwasa related disorders are the breathlessness. So all the breathlessness cannot be asthma or bronchitis. Okay, so I would like to mention here shwasa is only the breathlessness. Kasa, cough. All cough cannot be bronchitis, right? So that's how you have to, that is why you have to very thorough about understanding the scriptures. Don't go with only the English translations. Shira Karna Akshivedanaha. Shira, headache. Karna, eye related disorders as well. Ear related disorders. Akshivedanaha, eye related disorders. Bhavanti Vivida Rogaha. You are getting all these kinds of the various disorders when Pavanasya Prakopataha, when Pravana, air which is moves in the body in the abnormal form. So that's why you should go for practice of pranayama, not only the pranayama, even the Kshatriyas. How? When the Kshatriyas are practiced, at that time, Nadi becomes to be free from all the diseases. There is free flow of energy throughout the body. That's why it is said, no, malakuleshu nadishu na prana naiva chalati madhyagaha. So when there is the impure nadis, prana will not flow within. That's why you have to go for these practices, right? So let's go to the next. Okay. So this is one of the best way for understanding. Nishwasa uchvashwasa karmasya tajhaye falamiryate. Vinmutra. Vinmutra is nothing but the vishamutra or burning micturations as well. Shleshma pittadi roga dosha. Shleshma pitta, these all kinds of the maladoshas. Not only that, along with the manomalaha. So I hope for you to be understand this manomala is very, very important. Manomala is nothing but impurities of your mind. What are the impurities of your mind? That also I will explain very simple. Vyadisthana samshaya pramadalesya vrati bhranti darshan alabdha bhumikata anasthana chitta vikshepaste antarayaha. These antarayas are only the manomala. Vyadisthana samshaya pramada alasya avirati bhranti darshana alabdha bhumikatva anavasthitatva. What you get the samshaya, what you get the disease, vyadi, disease to the physical body, not to the mental body, right? So that's why. So these all are the manomala. Saptadhatu maladoshaha. Whatever the doshas that is originating from the saptadhatus. What you call it in the saptadhatus? They are like a asti, meja, shukra. These all are comes. Rasarakta meda, asti, mamsa, majja, shukraha. So these are the saptadhatus. These saptadhatus are abnormal, also will lead into the diseases. So even such a intense diseases you can clear by that of the practices. Not only that, karmasya. So this is the word beautifully you have to understand. Karmasya. Yad bhava bhavati tad karmi kurute. Yat karmi bhavati tad karma kurute. Yat karma kurute tadabi sampadyate. This is what the Taittiriya Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says. How your mind, like that way, your actions are. However your actions, like that way result. However your result, like that only, you have to enjoy that. Throughout year you have not studied anything. The day before of the exam, if you sit for study, what you can understand? Nothing. You cannot get the good marks. Even passing it's only will not possible. So this is yet karmi kurute tadabi sampadyate. That's only the karma. So this karmashayas is also very, very important. These karmas are also you can overcome by that of practice of the pranayama. So I will go for one simple benefits. Okay, I think these two will explain very beautifully for you. Okay, by KP Kumbhaka Paddhati. Nada Shruti. Your nada becomes to be very clear. What do I mean by nada? The hearing capacity. Nada means not like a sound. Okay, nada means what you can hear internally. So if you go with the practices after attaining of the samadhi, there are various kinds of nadas you can hear. There is the arambhavastha, parichayavastha, ghadavastha, nishpatti avasthas. When these, according to these avasthas, you are hearing the various sounds. Sound of shankas, sound of bheriyaha. This all you can hear. So you can consider very simple the hearing that you can easily aspire all the things. Not only that, Meda, Medas, or your mental status, intelligence. Dirgam Ayuhu. Dirgam Ayu, your life expands. That's what we said now very clearly. How much your breath rate reduces, that much lifespan increases. Human breaths up to 16 to 18 cycles per minute. So that's how he has the lifespan this much. Rabbits breaths more than 40. That's why it lives only for 10 years. And tortoise breathes only once, twice or thrice per minute. That's why it lives into more than 300 years. So that's what it said here. So when you go for lesser breathing, maximum energy will be utilized within the body, reduction in the production of the free radicals. That's how you can live long with that of. Okay. Pum artata. So here for the purushartha, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. These are the purusharthas. Swarupataha, the real human existence, it comes balam tejaha. Swarupataha, good look, nice figure, nice frame to the physical body. Balam, energy. Tejataha, the luster. Sthirata, stability. Swarasaustavam. Swarasaustavam means a good voice. Very good voice is you can get it. Next. Lagutvam, lightness to the body. Shigragamitvam, means you can easily reach, swiftness. See, Shigragamitvam means don't imagine that, okay, if you imagine from here, from your home, you want to be at Delhi, means you can immediately at the Delhi, not like that. You're just sitting there. If some snakes comes, whether you can immediately jump from there or slowly get up from there. That's only Shigragamitvam, very fast, swift attentiveness. So that is the things as well. Kundalini Bodhanam Param. Supreme kinds of the Kundalini Bodha. Utsaham, enthusiasm in all the practices. Chira Uchvasam, increase in the longer inhalation. Suvarnatvam Adhikan. Suvarnatva, you are getting the beautiful complexions within the body. Sattvastatvam, sattva guna will becomes to the very stable within the body. Why sattva is very important? When sattva within the body, you will not get the restlessness of the mind. That's why it is very said that. Okay. What do you mean by sattva guna? So that's what it's called as the Sthirataha, Dukkeshanudvignamanaha, Sukeshu Vigatasmrihaha, Vitaraga, Bhayakrodaha, Sthitadhir Muniruchate. This is the Sthita state of the mind. You will not get the hyper anxiety. You are also not with that of over anxious, and also you will not depressed. That's only the Sattva Guna, no? I think in currently society you can see various people commit suicide. Why they commit suicide? Depressions. Why? That's the Dukkeshanudvignamana. Sukeshu Vigatasmaha. They are over happy, they are over excited. Over excitement also will lead into the fat depositions. You can see in very common causes like the CEAD, okay, coronary artery diseases. So this one you can easily reduce with here. So as well, Bhucharanam Jayaha Siddhe Dityahu Shambhava Api. Bhucharanam Jayaha. So they can gain the energy control over living beings on the earth. So that's not all quite siddhis, that's extreme, no need to bother for that. I hope. So here, what is the provided with 1 hour I have taken, which are the very, very important. There are few more are there. I won't take it. So this and all, I think we can discuss on some other times. But I will, before ending, I will give you to one this end practice, how long you should go for the practices. It may be asana or it may be other kumbhakas also. Prataha madhyadine sayam ardharatre cha kumbhakan shanair ashiti paryantam chaturvaryam samabhyaseti. Always, it could be a single practice, but always go for a longer practices. I had one patient, he has a low back pain, has spent more than 1.5 lakhs for the IVDP, disc prolapse. I have given acupuncture only twice, not much more than that. Okay, so first, so once I given only the one exercise for him, single leg straight raising. He came back after 2 years, but that time came with another complaint. He asked, doctor, after you have explained this exercise, I have reduced my pain a lot. Now I only got embarrassed. What is the treatment I have given here? I have treated him very well. Then he said, no, sir, simple exercise, single leg straight raising and down per day 10 times. Once in morning, once in twice. So he got the good result. That was excellent. So until unless any single practice is a longer duration, that's how you will get the always better result. And it's a Shubhamastu. I had a very nice time to speaking with you all. So it's open for you platform, students. You can ask any questions, whatever you have the doubts now. You can unmute yourself and you can ask the questions.
Hello.
Yes, please. Shall I know about you? Who is this, please? Yes, please.
Parvati, sir.
Yes, yes, Parvati, please.
Sir, which of the pranayamas can be done by deep vein thrombosis patient?
Deep vein thrombosis is quite hard to expect. If you see about the disease condition, it will be different. See, one thing I will say with my practical experience in yoga, consider body as a whole. DVT, the patient may have the pain, only the leg pain, whether it has been thrombus or it has separated, that we have to check it with, right? For the thrombosis, I cannot explain only specific pranayama will have excellent result. No. If you have the fever, you should give with the paracetamol, antipyretic drugs. Such a conditions, you cannot treat any of the diseases. Always treat the physical body as a whole, not only the physical, even with the mental status. So what I suggest in these thrombosis, he can go with lesser diet intakes, so that and the exercises like the straight leg raising, toe standing, these all are very, very helpful. Okay, so this one point I have forgot to mention you friends, never take treatment in yoga as a disease oriented. Okay, let me give one more simple example here. Patient will come with that of the diabetic. So what you will do? Oh, patient has to go for twisting exercise, abdominal twisting, chakras, the Ardhakati Chakrasana or Matsyendrasana, because the islets of langar will be stimulated. They will be, insulin can be count continuously. If so, there should not be any diabetic patient in the world, right? No, you have to consider from the mental status also. That's why Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya koshas, all level is very, very important. What do you mean by Vairagya? Dukkhanushoika, Drishtanushoika, Vishavitrishnasya, Vashikara, Sanjna, Vairagyam. When you go with Vairagya over, not only the just by seeing, see, you can guide to the patient. You are diabetic, so don't start eating sugar from tomorrow. What the patient will say that he'll be worried instead of treating himself. अरे यार क्या डायबिटीज आ गए मुझे, अभी तक पूरा जलेबी लड्डू वगैरह पेट भर खा रहा था, now I am not able to eat. The stress itself sufficient for him to worsen the condition, right? So if that's the time, what the asana you have given, that will not give the any result. Simple. Yes, fine. Next, Adrian, can we reckon patient with a fatty liver and enlarged spleen? Very good. One of the best practices, dear, in the fatty liver and the enlarged spleen, what you have to think about, his abdominal fat which has to be reduced. So you go for increased practice of the body heat so that you can burn out maximum heat. Don't supply anything from outside, use it from the inside only. Okay, fine. Is there any relationship between past life and karma in this present life? Sure, why not? Why you are sitting right now in my class itself, only the karma, right? Do you want anything else? There are there are hundreds of people in all over India, BNYS people, but only you have been connected through this audio. It may be useful, may not be useful. So it may be useful. If you think it is a useful, then definitely it will be useful. Or it may not be useful. At that time you may think that, oh, it will be waste of the time. It may be my karma. Is it not? Is there anything further beyond that? This? Yes, Jannavi. Fine. Next question. Is there anything? Fine.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Riya.
Sir, please tell us the secret that how do you learn these difficult shlokas of Gita and Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and also that you were reading on the slide? Because it's very difficult for me and many students to learn, but you were very thorough with it.
Riya, you are in which year now?
I'm in third year.
When you are in third year, I was knowing only one shloka, okay? So you also don't worry about that. When I was in third year, I was knowing only one shloka, Stiram Sukham Asanam. I have never heard about. To be frank, I'm thinking you from my side. When I was in BNY study, even myself, I was not aware of these many texts were there. Okay, there is only one text in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Gheranda Samhita, something about Hataratnavali. Beyond that, even I too have not never heard about this and all. Okay, but I'll give you the very simple guidelines to understand. Just refer the meaning word to word from the shloka. Very simple. I'll give you the simple. Hatha Yoga Pradipika, why asana should be practiced?
Yes.
Hatasya pratama angatvat asanam purvamuchyate. Kuryad asanam stairyam arogyam angalagavam. Just to get the meaning from that, okay? Hatasya, by hata. Pratama, first. Angatva, being first anga. Hatasya pratama angatva. Asanam, purvam, in prayer. Uchyate, should be practiced. Kuryat, by practicing. Kuryad asanam, by practicing asana. Dhairyam, kuryad asanam stairyam. Stairyam you can get arogyam cha angalagavam. You just split the word, understand the meaning, repeat it. You can start remembering that a lot. Okay. So you don't go for refer the meaning how it is explained in the text. Split the word, understand the exact word to word meaning. This is how you can remember that easily. Okay. Anything else? Anything else?
These are no questions are there.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming on this platform and sharing the
Hey.
different perspectives as clinical son, which we do not know as a student. Right?
And I also kindly excuse because I was not able to complete because just to imagine where the yoga studies you are studying for 5.5 years, how I can complete in 1 hour.
Sure,
So
sir. It will take
such a
some more
huge,
classes. Yes.
such a huge we have here for the yoga philosophy and the clinical aspects. And also we should sit and read. Okay, sure.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir, to
you.
come on
Thanks a
this
lot.
podcast.
Have a nice
Hari
time.
Om.
Sure.
Thank
Namaste.
you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you.